there's a dream of the season and then the design for every part of the arena. Sometimes that could be confusing because we've never really been trained on it. Okay. So be patient with yourself as you sort of figure out, because part of this is giving us language that every season in a woman's life ought to have something that we're pursuing that's greater than ourselves. We ought to be a woman of vision. We ought to be pursuing something. Now, there's elements of our dream, right, that is unique to the dream, which means that we've never done it before, right? Maybe you're a mom and you've never had that great relationship with your, with your children. And so that's the dream of the season. You do a 1-4-5 DJ on that dream. Scares you. It's exciting. It requires you to be a different woman. That's it. But simultaneously, right, we have to design a life of wholeness in context of that dream. This is so important because while we're pursuing that dream, let's just say you want to build a, that really beautiful relationship with your, your family, your daughter. You want to maybe say, okay, what does my friendship look like? What does my environment look like? What does my self-image look like? What does my intimacy look like? What we want to do is that in context of pursuing something we've never done before that scares us, that allows us to become greater than our current self, we are also simultaneously designing every part of our life so that we are paying attention to actually how we fill our cup. Okay. I think this is a foreign and new concept because what we have been told in the world is chase your dreams, lose yourself in the process, but chase your dreams, go make $1 million. And if it means leaving your family and not paying attention to that, your marriage or your friendship, it doesn't matter. That's what success means. Success means it's fame, fortune, whatever you've been told, get a PhD at the cost of every part of your life. What we are trying to do here in the women's school is you should have a dream, and the purpose of a dream is to become. It should scare you, it should excite you, but simultaneously, you don't want to achieve something greater than your current self and lose parts of who you are. This is a foreign concept because we are told either or, not both and. And what I'm saying is you can't achieve both and unless you are willing to skill your way into that both and life, which means you want to be able to design this, big to you, which could be that, raising a family, which I think is noble and beautiful and could be big for you. The qualification you have is that dream so exciting to you and scares you? And is that going to require you to be greater than your current self? That's your qualification. And if you can say yes, January, like raising a family that is ordered and peaceful and beautiful and impactful and have that ultimate relationship with my children is so exciting for me. I don't know how to get there because of where we are in our children. That's the dream. And I say, yes, absolutely. Right. But then you could achieve that in a year or 6 months, 3 months, a month and 2. And then now what? Then the next dream shows up. Then there's the dream of the season. You know what, January? I've got this beautiful family. And it's taken me a while to sort of design this dream. Gosh, I feel like there's something that's missing in my life and I need to be pursuing something. And I don't know what it is. Usually I have so many women who feel like I have poured myself into my family. I don't even know who I am. Why? Because maybe we've designed a life of wholeness, but we haven't pursued something greater than our current self. So we've in some ways become stagnant and comfortable in making sure our family is good, our marriage is good. We have to have a vision that's big for us, that's going to make us bigger than our current self. Otherwise, it's tempting to be the same woman every single year. And what typically happens is that bleeds into different parts of our arena. And you see this very clearly where all of a sudden you're like, I've poured myself into my family, January, and this is what I'm called. And that is what we're called. Like I'm pouring myself to my family. It is such a dance to raise, and I'm my call is unique to me to, build a business, build a school for women while in context of raising a family. And so there's a lot of, investment to make sure that in context of my call in this particular season, I am taking care of my marriage, my family, my environment. I'm setting up my home. I'm constantly managing my environment. I'm constantly making sure that my children I'm investing in their formation and fumbling my way through all the many ways I fail, but we are designing it intentionally.